Hey y'all, I'm making some meatballs tonight, and I'm gonna serve them. I'm gonna probably actually mix them all together with I usually use egg noodles. These are dumpling ribbon noodles. You can use any kind of noodles like this you like. I'm gonna make a brown gravy with beef broth. You can use the powder, or you can use this, doesn't matter. And my breadcrumbs, and of course hamburger meat. So I'm gonna get that started, and I'm gonna serve it with some little petite green peas. I can eat those better than the English peas. And I have to do the frozen. So anyway, let's get going. Okay, I just went with these little peas. Got my water over here. And of course, all I'm going to add is, I add salt, of course. Not a lot. And then I'm going to add butter after they cook just a little bit. Doesn't take them that long, but it will take them a little bit. In the meantime, I've got my ground beef. And I'm fixing to chop some onions up because all of that's going to go in my meatballs. I do it a lot like I do my meatloaf, but I just make meatballs. And then I usually put mine in the oven. I'll probably do that again today, so we'll see. Woo, got my onion going on. This is just one yellow onion. And you want to chop it pretty fine because you don't want big chunks in there. And I'm just going to put salt. I'm not going to put any Italian seasonings or anything. They're just going to be just regular meatballs with brown gravy. And I might put some jalapenos in there. Alright. Got my meat. That's about 2 pounds of meat. Okay, onions chopped. And yes, our chickens have started laying eggs again, so I'm not going to have to buy any. Thank goodness. I love getting the eggs fresh. Much better. And I didn't tell you, I'm going to put garlic in there. That's about 4 cloves. Woo. Garlic. Jalapenos. And then we're going to put about 2 teaspoons of salt. I don't think I've already salted it, but and some bread. I'm just using panko plain. And that's probably about a cup. Need to buy some more, I guess. Alright, and then the egg. I'm putting 2 in there. Now, I don't have any measurements for these because, I mean, you just put what you like in there. I think I already cracked this accidentally. Yep. I am going to put just a tad of milk. Not much. Just a little bit. I am going to put some parsley flakes. Well, I don't even have it open yet. Probably not going to be able to see these. Now, I've already got the butter and the peas. And then I'm just going to let this cook. Shouldn't take them about 30 minutes. But once I get these in the oven, I've got a pan ready. Oh, I better turn that oven on. I'm going to turn it on 350. Sprinkle some of these in there just for some prettiness, color. Look how pretty. Now, I'm going to get, my hand's very messy. Can you see what I'm doing? It's gross. I normally would use gloves, but just keep folding it. Smells good. The jalapenos in there. And I did take the seeds out of the jalapenos this time, but normally I don't. But it was just a half of a pretty large one. Alright, I'm going to get these mixed up, or made and formed into balls. Okay. This is the pan I'm going to put them on. I've got this on here, so maybe I won't have too big of a mess to clean up. I hate hamburger grease, but this is 80%, so it shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, I did put a little light spray on there of some Pam, because I don't want them sticking. You're basically going to do them like sausage balls. You want them all to be the same size. So you're going to have chunks of onion and peppers. Maybe just a tiny bit smaller. Okay. Like this. And I know y'all don't want to sit there and wait for me to make all these up. So when I finish, see, you can see. Oh. See all that? The peppers and the parsley. And you're just going to do this whole pan. Alright, they're ready. They're pretty large, but I'm going to bake them, and I may have to turn them. I don't think so. Probably about 20 minutes, but maybe 30. So, anyway, it made 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 2 pounds of ground beef. Turn this timer on so I can tell y'all about how long it. But you can tell. I mean, it's like a hamburger steak or hamburger. You can tell when it's almost done. I want to do 20 minutes. Okay, I've got my water on for my noodles. And I'm going to go ahead and start the gravy. You can buy the packs of gravy. I have done that because he likes the brown gravy in the pack. But today I'm just going to make beef broth gravy. And I've got this water on for the noodles. And get some salt going on. Okay, I decided I wanted biscuits with this too. And remember I said I keep this in my pantry. I make homemade biscuits too, but these are so easy. You just pour some in here. You don't have to add anything but milk. Pour about how much you think you'll want. There we go. And it has I'm sure it has a recipe on the back. Ooh. And then, I mean, like I say, just mix up about how much you want. And, of course, add buttermilk, whole buttermilk. That's all I use. Get it mixed up. A little more. These are always really good. You're going to have gravy, so, right? You got to have biscuits. Okay, I added a little too much liquid, so I just added some more mix. Now, time to get the flour ready, and the pan is ready. Okay, I've got the biscuits ready. Just gonna put some butter on them. Okay, I've got fixing to put my gravy on. I always keep a pint jar of water so that I can thin it because it goes fast. And then, of course, I'm not going to put a lot of water. Well, I am, but I've got the beef broth. And then I've got my shortening in there. And I'm going to put some flour in there. I don't measure. I just kind of do it. I don't know. I just do it. I don't know. Okay, some salt. It'll probably need a lot of salt. But the beef broth is going to have salt in. You know, be little salty. And then, of course, black pepper. You don't want to cook it too high because it will burn. There. Okay. I'm going to cook it just a little bit. And then you're going to add your liquid, and you have to move pretty fast. Alright, I may have to do a part 2 on this, but anyway, here's the gravy. A little bit of water. Stir. And then I'm going to add the whole can of beef broth. And you can add some bouillon if it's not strong enough, but I want it to be brown gravy. Okay, there's the gravy. I'm going to turn it off. I did have to add a teaspoon of beef bouillon, and the noodles are fixing to be done. Okay, the noodles are still cooking. This is almost done, but I am going to have to do a part 2 because I'm not going to have enough time. I'm about out of time. But anyway, see the gravy? Tastes good. I ended up putting about 4 tablespoons of beef bouillon plus the other. So, anyway, make sure and watch part 2. I probably should have changed clothes on the way after work, or put an apron on, but I didn't, so oh well.